praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
That's all praise to the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. In his son's name, who the word in the call Jesus Christ, real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Also giving praises, honor, and glory unto the Yahweh Kakadash, the Holy Spirit, which is the force and entity that makes its edification possible. I want to say shalom to all you sincere-hearted Aki and Wak, that's you brothers, and few sincere sisters make your bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis in this wicked and adulterous generation. Also, we give double honors unto our beloved apostle and elder great Millstone, who taught us truth and who ruled well. All right, we're some brothers from the Great Millstone Dallas camp. All right, coming back this evening through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah to feed the flock once again. Okay, and also to warn and exhort. Okay, concerning things that's coming down the pipe, and as many of you, Akim, Aqua may have heard, here as of late, the DOD, they just updated, or they just had an amendment, concerning pretty much the American military. They're going to be assisting, law departments, police departments, first responders, and now they've pretty much updated to where they're going to justify having firing squads, man. You see, and those of us that's been on our watch, as Yahweh Shah commanded us to be. This isn't taking us by surprise. This is something that, starting with our beloved apostles and elders, have been prophesying for years, man. And here we go, And this is we're in the perfect, climate. We're in a perfect social climate for all these things to take place, as we have, the elections just less than 6 weeks away, And this is part of the reason why they're amending these particular, laws and legislation, so they could be more than justified to go ahead and roll these particular draconian, measures out, man, because they're expecting all hell to break loose during these, elections, and Abarakazai does, man, So we're just gonna get a few precepts, man, and going to go into this article concerning the amendment of the DOD, and Lord willing, you'll be edified. So anybody got anything?
Real quick. Yeah, the brother mentioned the Lord said give warning. So this is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, as the Spirit, my man, that's the Spirit. Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right, and it's being made manifest who's been made watchman and who's been playing watchman.
Right.
Because pursuant to a lot of scriptures, but one come to mind, Jeremiah the 1st chapter, the Lord told the prophet Jeremiah, he says, I have known you before, before you were in your mother's womb, I fashioned you, I knew you. You see, and I have ordained you to be a prophet unto the nations, man. You see, and there's been a lot of, ultimately, if you want to be real, man, the only camp that's reporting up on these particular things, aka the new song, is Great Millstone and the true affiliates, man. Sure. See, outside of that, other camps that's been pushing Israel, law, where are they at when it comes to this technocracy, this digital age that we're coming into? Where are they at concerning these firing squads? You see, where are they at when it comes to all these other things in the world, man? You see, they're completely silent. You see, so it's being made manifest who the Lord has made to be watchmen. You got it.
Coming back in Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. The house of Israel represents the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of Negro descent. It says, therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. And exactly what we're doing, man. It's beginning to start with Apostle on down, man, like-minded men. We're out here warning our people, man. Thus said the Lord. These aren't our words. We're telling you what the scriptures say. And it says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Mm-hmm. So if we don't come out here and warn you, do the job that the Lord set us up to do, he gonna kill everybody that didn't hear that. Well, if the message didn't go out, that didn't hear that message, but he's gonna hold us accountable because we didn't send that message out. We didn't give the message.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're out here getting the blood off our hands, which is gonna go into that. Very next verse, verse 19, it says, yet if thou warn the wicked, do our job as watchmen, warning the people, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. but thou hast delivered thy soul, man. So that's why we're out here, man. We're warning, we're doing exactly what the Lord told us to do, set us up to do. And if we do that in turn, we're going to be exonerated, man. You know, we're getting that blood off our hands. But if we don't warn, hey, we're going to be held accountable, man.
Are you in the blue letter?
I can get it, yeah.
Can you get that word warn in the Hebrew Bible Kashai? Yep. Because that's, as the preacher beautifully broke down, man, as the scriptures is breaking down, you know, itself is, that's what the Lord, you know, made his watchmen to do. Was that he said in Isaiah the 62nd chapter, I will set up watchmen upon the walls of Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night, until the Lord makes Jerusalem a praise and the fame of the earth, man. You see? Because right now, as it be, Jerusalem is, hey, man, we're trodden down. We're behind enemy walls, okay? We're in enemy territory, okay? Our people are completely bugged out and through. You see, but the Lord is dealing with the elect first and foremost. So the Lord has risen up watchmen in Babylon. That's, bro, this is a miracle. Jeremiah the 29th chapter, when you read that chapter, especially considering the latter half of that chapter going into Jeremiah the 30th chapter, is known as the letter to the exiles, which is really speaking to us in these times. The letter to the exiles and what the Lord say. I will raise up prophets in Babylon. You see, and this is all possible through, you know, that work of mediation of our Lord Yahweh Shai. You see, as he's giving us this information from the heavens, man, starting from our heads and each brother on down, man, as the Lord has given us this unction to where we can be those watchmen of Yahweh Shema Shai. What you got it out?
And the blue letter, the word warning is H29 H2094, and it's Zahara, and it's biblical outline of biblical uses to admonish, warn, teach.
Yes, to admonish, to warn, to teach. Okay, you got it.
Shine.
To shine. What's shining? This light. You see, in a dark place. But what does Scripture say? John the 3rd chapter. You see, can we grab that? John 3, and I believe like around verse 16 or 17. You know, but you about Prashab, you can finish it up. Yeah, that's it.
God is it says to send out light.
Yeah, to send out light, man. And this is like a this is like, what do you call that? You know, those towers in the ocean.
Searchlight, watchtower. Watchtower.
That's it. The watchtowers. I thought it was something else. Lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's a lighthouse. You know, because you know this is a lighthouse sends out, you know, that ray of light to allow the captain of the ship to let them know, okay, where land is. You see, to where safety is, and that's what the Lord set up his watchmen for, man, to send out this light in the midst of this dark, perverse, crooked ass generation, man. You see, to send out that light in the form of warnings, and that's ultimately what the new song is all about. The new song is really a warning. You see, and a condemnation against this beast system, this image, and ultimately the Karagma, man. But you, was it on that definition?
That's a couple. It says to send out light, be light.
Ooh, to be light. You know? Hey, what did he say in Philippians the 2nd chapter? He says, I'm gonna get it real quick. You know, scriptures can always say it better than we can, man. Because the Lord is speaking right now.
Right.
You know? This is the book of Philippians. Chapter 2 and verse here we go, verse 15. It says that you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. See, so we're those lights, like Yahweh Shai said. You know, a city cannot be hid. You know, lights upon, lights hitting, lights upon on the hill, man.
Yep.
You see, so we're letting our light shine. You see, but it's not like what the world would deem it, or what these anti-Hamashiach, aka Christians, would deem it when they say let your light shine. No, it's talking about warning the people, man.
Right.
You see, to let you know that the Lord's about to bring lamentation, mourning, and woe. You see, because that's what we're seeing happen in the world, man. There's nothing good coming down the pipe for America or nowhere else upon this earth, man. Nothing but chaos. People feel it, you know, and people starting to, inquire. People's coming up to the camps now, asking more thought-provoking questions. Just last week, this past Friday, we had an old Jake you know, he came up and we thought, you know, he was gonna scoff. You know, you was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought he was gonna scoff and everything, but hey, man, the Jake was like, bro, everything y'all saying, my son been saying.
That was beautiful.
And we were like, yeah, it's because he been watching us.
Right.
You know. But that Jake, bro, he was all ears that whole time. You know, and you know, Tom Spat, man, Jake. You know, Jacob used to be coming up there scoffing, especially them old niggas. They'd be coming up there scoffing, but this dude was actually sincere.
Yeah.
You know, he was really, you know, listening. So, but that's because people, they know that these Christian churches ain't got it, man.
Right.
They know that all these other philosophies ain't got it. So they're coming to the men that they see that's actually breaking down the whole volume of the book.
Right.
As the Lord commanded Ezekiel to eat the whole roll. That's what we're doing. You see, including the Apocrypha, those 14 books. Okay, that Pastor Pork Chop ain't gonna read out of, man.
Right.
All right, we breaking that down too. Why? Because that's a part of it. Yahweh Shah, okay, spoke of it, man. Yahweh Shah, okay, John the 10th chapter. Okay, he was observing the Feast of Dedication. Where do you find that at? In the Apocrypha. You see? So yeah, we breaking down the whole road, man. Okay.
And if I can add, that light also represents the glory of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? When you read it, as a matter of fact, real quick.
Let me get it for you.
Isaiah 60. Kind of, the first verse.
This is
makes the perfect point.
This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 1. Arise, shine.
Arise, shine. And ain't that what we just read it in the definition of warning? It says to admonish, warn, teach, shine. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the definitions, man. So arise, shine.
For thy light is come.
For thy light is come. And the light represents his knowledge, which ultimately represents Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right.
And the glory of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah is risen upon thee.
There it is. So the glory of the Lord represents that light, man. You know, the men that have the glory of the Lord has the light, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of fakes and phonies out here, man, pretending to have the light. You know what I'm saying? Which, like, in these times, Esau, you know what I'm saying? He has on the left hand, you know, but that's not the real true light, man. The true light is the right hand, Yahweh Shah. And those men that he's shown that light upon, man, that glory has risen upon, you know, which represents the elect.
God, I got something. This is Revelations 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. Worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Here's the point. For the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy. So as the priest said, there's a lot of brothers out here that are set up, man, that are like facades, mirages, man. They're not true. All right. They don't have the spirit of the Lord. The spirit of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy. All right. When you read Acts, the 5th chapter, around 39th verse, talks about how Gamaliel basically was standing up for the apostles and told them pretty much, look, lay your hands out on these men. Because why? Because if it be of men, it shall come to naught. So we see as things are moving forward and all these things that are happening in the earth, starting with the head apostles on down, these things were prophesied to happen over 40 years ago. And as we are entered into another man's labors, all right, and picking it up and finishing the work, we see that the spirit of prophecy, which is the spirit of the Lord, is on the right men, all right, to deliver the correct message, all right, and break down the correct doctrine. The time we're in, as the priest said, there's a lot of folly out here, man, all right, in Israel, all right, a lot of misdirection, all right, a lot of just a lot of smooth words, right?
Even not so smooth words. Like you had that camp ISUPK, and it's like yesterday or today, you know, they said they graduated from Real Nigga University.
Oh, man.
You know, but you still got a whole slew of Israelites, like, literally looking up to these guys like they got it.
Right.
You know? So this is just the Lord, you know. Bro,
Some
the Lord,
is back.
Yeah, it's a fearful thing, man. You know, like, you following, you know, a whole camp that say that they're real niggas, man. They graduated from Real Nigga University. You know, and you trust these men when it comes to instructions for, you know, on how to escape the second death. You trust an individual like that, you know? But that's what the Lord says. He says in Micah, in the book of Micah, the 2nd chapter, he says, for my people, can you get that? Micah, the 2nd chapter, speaking about giving them a prophet that will prophesy of wine and strong drink unto them. That's the type of prophets that our people want, man. You know, to give them, you know, those soothing ears to those soothing words to their itching ears, man.
Yes, Micah 2. And
I'm curious to say what it may say in the NLT as well.
yeah, that's what I was looking here too, actually here. Either right comfort here,
You know, Jake don't want to hear that America's going to be destroyed. Jake don't want to hear, okay, that there's going to be an hour temptation. There's going to be Jacob's trouble. You know, but these things are inevitable. You know, it's written after the counsel of Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. You know, so the best thing to do is prepare for it, as our apostles say, brace for impact. And how do you brace for that impact? By building your house, your foundation upon that rock, which is Yahweh Shah, which is established upon what? Prophecy.
Yep.
You got it out.
If I can add too, just to add to that point, you know, about the Lord's counsel, in Isaiah the 46th chapter, the Lord tells you that his counsel shall stand.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that means it is what it is, man.
That's right.
That's what it is.
That's right.
You know, and he's a man, he can't lie. You
That's
know?
right. This is Micah 2:11. And this is in the NLT. Suppose a prophet full of lies would say to you, I'll preach to you the joys of wine and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the kind of prophet you would like.
Right, and this the Lord condemning our people, man.
Yep.
Being facetious with Jake.
Yep.
You know, because Jake would like to play games. Okay, well the Lord, hey, you can't out Yahweh Yahweh Shemal Shah, man.
Right.
You see,
Right.
the Lord said that's the kind of prophet you will like. So guess what? He gave Jake those kind of prophets.
Yep.
Prophets that will prophesy unto you this strong drink.
Yep.
Can you grab that in Isaiah the 29th chapter?
Yep.
You know, they're drunk with wine. You know, because Jake is absolutely drunk right now. We're not talking about, you know, physical drink, that physical drink. You know, we talking about the spiritual, man. You see, which, you know, we're all consuming wine. Okay, we're consuming wine. Okay, Yahweh Shah, one of his first miracles was what? Turning water into wine. You know, he's giving us this new wine. Okay, this truth. Okay, but Jake, you know, they're drinking of that old, man. You see, they drinking of that stuff that have them, you know, dazed. You see.
God. This is you mean Isaiah 5:11, strong drink?
No, I got it.
You got it.
This is Isaiah 29 and verse 9.
Okay.
It says, stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Right, and we're the ones that stand and wonder, like, how in the hell these niggas this through? You know, how are we, bro? You still have camps, the 9 that the MOTB, okay, is the micro C hip. So we stay ourselves and we wonder, like, how in the hell is he still saying it's sleeping with white women? How in the hell is he still saying that it's an embargo? Only nations as a whole can receive the MOTB. So we're wondering. You got it.
It says, they stagger.
Yeah. So Jake is staggering. You know, like we've all seen drunk people, or you may have been drunk yourself in times past. You know, just staggering. You know, everything's spinning. Yeah, that's how Jake is viewing the world around him, man. Everything's spinning. You see, he can't be focused, man. You got it.
It says, they stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord hath poured out upon you, the spirit of deep sleep.
Right, so this is the Lord's doing. And is it not marvelous in our eyes? You know, so this is Yahweh Shemal Shah that gave you prophets, okay, and those prophets, okay, have this, you know, drink, have this wine that's confusing you, that's making you mad, that's making you highly intoxicated. You see? And you're staggering all over the place. You see? You still tripping up and fumbling the names, you know, and not just fumbling the names, but you go so far to the point to where, okay, you do everything you can to divert teaching the correct names. You know, like IUIC just this past week, you know, you had this Eve come up to their camp and like literally just humbly and sincerely ask, what's the real names of the Lord? I've been wondering. And they took her around town and, you know, here and over there, all around the bush, you know, just ultimately say it don't matter. Like, come on, bro. You know? So but once again, this is Yahweh Shemal Shah is doing, man. Why? Because he has a controversy with the majority of his people. And he's about to put them to death, point blank period, man. So this information that you're hearing, this has everything to do with your salvation. You know, this ain't no fucking talk show host. You know, this ain't no fucking, you know, any other podcast or anything to where you just hear things and you can just let it escape out of your ears. No, this is something that you can't get wrong. You got to know what the hell's going on, man. You know? You got it out.
Kind of says, he has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered.
Yeah, you know, we get mad at Jake, like, damn, how can Jake be this blind? But, you know, really, in all actuality, it's Yahweh Shemal Shah that made them blind.
Right.
You know? Hey, scripture says in Proverbs 20 and 12, in the NLT, it says, get ears to hear and eyes to see, both are gifts from the Lord. You know, and what do you do with gifts? You give gifts unto those that you love, those that you care about. So that the fact that the Lord has deliberately, made our people blind, what does that mean? He don't give a damn about them right now. You see? Even Yahweh Shah says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Yahweh Shah is only praying and carefully tending over unto the elect right now, man. You see? And that's what we come out here for, man. That's what we do these lessons for. That's who we pray for. We pray for the elect. We don't pray for Jake, man. You see? Because Jake don't want to get right. Jake don't want to be saved. You see? Jake would be perfectly fine continuing to vote all the way up to the year 2075, man. Still voting for the lesser of two evils, as they say. Well, that's wicked as hell. Man. So yeah, man. So the Lord's about to put Jake down. What you got?
I got one real quick. This is Romans 11:7. It says, "What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded." So like the Khan is going into very beautifully, man. The Lord blinded the majority of his people, man. That's why they can't find the truth, man. Jake running around into everything but the right thing, man. You know what I'm saying? 5%er. What's the one with the meta netter?
Kim?
Kemet, with the Book of the Dead and all this madness. Yeah. Christianity, Catholicism, Islam. Jake is in all hell. Atheists.
Yeah.
Jake is everywhere, man. He's wicked. Just remind me of that wicked ass chick, female, talking about the Lord effed up creation more than once, man. I'm like, wow, really? Proud ass females. But Jake is done, man. Jake is through. So it says,
man. So like, if I could just add real quick, that same wicked Eve that said that, see, she don't question anything that the so-called white man does. Mm-hmm. You see? She's like, well, I don't want to serve no God that effed up creation twice, but yet, okay, you're not saying nothing about this nigga spilling oil in the oceans, man. You're not signing a crime for that. You see, you're not signing a crime for him legalizing little children that don't even fucking drive yet to change their biological makeup. You see, this man spraying shit all in the air. This man polluting your food. You see, falsifying the ingredients on the back of the labels, man. You see. So yeah, so that goes to show you that, man. Anybody that has that type of mindset, which is especially Jake, man. Jake, they're the biggest, fucking atheists, man. Why? Because they worship the image of the beast. Yep. Revelation the 13th chapter, he says, for whosoever names were not written in the Lamb's book of life from the foundation of the world shall worship the beast. And that's what we're seeing. The Lord is making it more and more evident. You see, and ultimately what that karama is going to serve as is for a physical indicator. A physical imprint to indicate whose side you on, man. Got it.
I got something. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 11, it says, "And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie." Mm-hmm. Like the brothers are going into, what I'm saying, these particular doctrines and seeing this shit that these particular other Israelite groups are doing and saying, man. You gotta be under that deep sleep that we're reading about, man. You see, how can you read the scriptures and then seeing the actions of these, the behavior of these men, and then call them men of the Lord and want to follow them when they doing everything contrary unto what the Lord said do, man. That lets you know that the Lord got you in a deep sleep, man. Right. You see, you drunk off that wine, bro. You polluted. You see, when you go into that word pollute, like it says in Micah 2, about the place that is polluted. It shall destroy you with the sword of destruction. When you go into the etymology of that word polluted, it actually means drunk. Yep. You see, you people are drunk, man. You polluted, man. Mm-hmm. You see? And it's going to be that way until the Lord burn your ass up, man. Because the Lord, it was already predestined who's going to be saved, man. And this message ain't for everybody,
Imagine being blind, you deaf, you drunk. Bro, that's a hell of a combination, bro. You through. And that's exactly what, all those things, that's how the Lord classifies his people, man. They're blind, they're deaf, and they drunk. You see? But yet, Jake think they rich. Like Revelation 3rd chapter, Yahweh Shah was rebuking that church. He said, because you say that you're rich, you're in need of nothing. Yep. You can see, but yet you're miserable. Yep. But yet you through in today's terms. You see? And he says, I counsel of thee that you buy of me gold, refined, man. See, and the Lord's trying to counsel Jake, man. But Jake think he already got it. So you can't teach anybody that thinks that they already got it. That's literally the definition of a fool. A fool, he doesn't listen anymore because he thinks that he knows everything. You know?
I got something. Just going.
Well, you had some more on that?
Yeah. Just let me finish this real quick.
Then you back.
It said back in Romans 11 and 8, it says, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, which the brother Kahan Benaiah just went into, that deep sleep, which we were going into in Isaiah, the 29th chapter. It says, and hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day, which is going into what? Isaiah the 6th chapter, man, where the Lord said, whether though they see, they're not going to perceive what they're looking at, and though they hear, they're not going to understand what they're hearing. And like the Khan mentioned, how long, oh Lord, till this stuff is destroyed, man? That's why it says until this day. So Jake is like that right now, walking around through, and don't realize how through they are, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says, verse 9 says, and David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them, man. So King David is with it. You know what I'm saying? So, we all, hey, King David with it, I'm with it. We're in that same stead, man. So we feel the same way, man. Jack them up, Lord. Let it be a trap to them, man. Let them get caught up in it and then destroy their ass.
Yep.
And that table is talking about this truth, because as this table is a snare and a gin and trap unto them, what did David say in Psalms 23? The Lord's prepared for us a table in the presence of our enemies, man. So that same table that you vomiting over, bro, the Lord got us satiated, man. This is our food, man. You see what Job the 23rd chapter, he says, I've esteemed thy words more than my necessary food. You see, but Jake is used to that GMO bullshit, man. These GMO doctrines. Everything about you Israelites' life is GMO. The foods you eat mentally and man, I gotta get it real quick. You go ahead and get yours. Let me find this.
God, this is laying back off with what the priest is talking about here, because the Lord is making a distinction between two men or two groups of people here. And this is 1 Thessalonians 5 and start at 4. But ye brethren, ye are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you. Ye are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as others do, and let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken in the night. Right, so this is basically the scriptures talking about two manner of people. There's a body, right, which are the elect who are of the day, right? The scriptures talk about, we just talked about, having that light within us, all right? And then those that are of the dark, right? That's 2/3, which brothers is just going into here beautifully, man. All right, as Jake walks around here, man, just bumping into shit, man, just lollygagging and not redeeming the times that we're in right now and not understanding. Jake want to get high, Jake want to get drunk all day, Jake want to just kick it. All right, so the Lord's setting a difference between those that are of the light and those that are of the dark. All right, and he set prophets out here as the light, man. All right, to be able to shine that light for those who are meant to get it, to come to it. Right, but even as the light shines, man, week in, week out, day in, day out, Jake refuses to come to the light, man. All right, Jake would rather be in darkness, man. All right, ultimately, and just the last bit of this, it says, now, and it says here, and it says, therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold to the traditions which thou hast taught, whether by word or by epistle. Right, so ultimately, what we are to do is we're standing in our lots, man. All right, because we have, Abarat Tazaz, we like to say, Lord willing, in ancient Paleo Hebrew, we are of those men, man, that have been ordained with salvation. All right, and the only way to do that is, all right, just hearken unto the words of the Lord, man, and be children of the light, man, not of the dark, ultimately.
If I can add real quick, just to, because Kahanya, we're going into how Jake is stumbling around, staggering, you know what I'm saying? The word being made that snare, like King David said, that trap. Well, when you read in 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter, it goes into how that represents Yahweh Shai. Right. You know what I'm saying? These people have a major problem with the Lord when you're Yahweh Shai, man. But the capital to that is they were appointed to that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So like the Khan mentioned, right? Like the Khan mentioned, man, this thing was predestinated, preordained. Those that are going to receive it were chosen before the Lord created anything, man. So there's nothing that can be done about that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you're part of those appointed to stumble, then you're going to stumble and there's nothing can be done about that, man.
Right.
You're part of the one that's going to get it, understand it, hear it, understand it, get it, and believe and have faith and follow. Then, hey, and into salvation, you were appointed to that. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, this thing was appointed, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fear of Yahushua, if I just may add, man. When you think about it, it's like, look, we read the scriptures here, we understand and see the judgments. We play them out in our head and see what's coming. All right, so we don't know if we are of the elect. We hope and we pray, but when you're reading the judgments of those who are not part of the elect, man, and what's going to happen to them, Zephaniah talks about how they skin, their eyes gonna melt away, and their tongue gonna melt away, and their mouth while they stand. You don't want no part of that smoke.
Yeah.
But yet that's what continues this fear, because we don't know, right? Ultimately, if we are of that, but that's why we move as Noah did, man. All right, moving in fear, man, fervent in this thing, man, especially in the hour that we're in. You got it.
Yeah, because the Lord. Oh, you got it.
That's what I'm saying. That just goes back to them the attributes of them being drunk.
Yeah.
You see, they have no comprehension.
Man.
You see,
Right.
when you get the
Yep.
definition of the word comprehension, the act of capability of understanding something.
Yeah.
They don't understand. You take carnally with somebody being drunk. You try to think through. They
They like inebriated.
They can't hear what you're saying.
Right.
You
Inebriated.
know what I'm saying? When you go into, I want to read this real quick. It talks about a particular. I just put in drunk attributes on Google. I'm gonna go straight to the point. It says the coordination wasn't slack. It says the behavior aggressive, annoying, argumentative. All right. It says and then mental changes, poor judgment, problems with attention and memory. They can't pay attention, man. They're not paying attention. They drunk. You see? So they can't comprehend what's actually taking place, man. Even though we telling them, just like if you tell somebody who actually drunk that you going out, hey bro, don't do that. They just stumbling and doing whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they a poor judgment. They in that intoxicated state.
Yeah.
You see?
Can I get a quick one for you?
Go ahead, bro.
You can break it down. This Sirach 22:7 in the GMT. Trying to teach a fool is like gluing a broken pot back together, like waking someone out of a deep sleep. Explaining something to a fool is like explaining it to a sleepy person. When you have
They ain't
finished,
hearing shit.
Wow.
Yeah, you like, you know, huh? You hear what I say, huh? Nah, you gotta repeat. Yeah. Go ahead.
It
That's
says-
like a drunken state as well. Like
Yeah.
being sleepy and tired is just as bad as being drunk. You know.
I say waking somebody out of a deep sleep. So,
Yeah.
Right.
No shit.
You wake up, huh? You don't know what the fuck going on.
Man.
Go ahead.
What?
It says explaining something to a fool is like explaining it to a sleepy person. When you have finished, he will say, "What was that again?"
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, exactly, bro. That's Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything that they've been hearing from starting with our apostles and the others on down, they truly can't comprehend what's taking place, even though they seeing it. That's why the scriptures say that those seeing they shall not understand, they shall not see, roughly paraphrased. And hearing they shall not understand.
Right.
This shit is happening. Everything that we saying according to the scriptures is taking place.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the brother said more and more people are starting to come up and ask these particular questions, man, because they know these leaders and these people that they look up to don't have the answers, man.
Yep, verse 11, we mourn for the dead because they have no access to life. We ought to mourn for fools because they have no access to intelligence. In fact, we should go into deeper mourning for fools because the life they lead is worse than death.
Damn.
You see? Yeah, because you twice dead. You know, the Lord has you numbered for the slaughter, and you over here thinking that you living, but you're already in a congregation of dead. So I'm going to read that one more time. He says, in fact, we should go deeper into mourning for fools because the life they live is worse than death. The dead are at least at rest. You see? So really, this death, this massive slaughter that Yahweh Shema is about to commence upon his people is really going to be a mercy kill.
Right.
You see, because you're already worse than dead, man. You know what I mean? Like you over here, it's like off that movie, The Matrix. Like he knew that was a fake steak he was eating, but he just had to act like it was real.
Yeah.
You know, like bro, like just go and put that nigga out of his misery, man.
Right.
You know, that's Jake, man. Jake is in the slums, in the ghettos, okay, on child support, just completely through, but they still love it here, bro.
Right.
If you have a Stockholm syndrome, you're dead. You're twice dead, man. You know, so it's really just gonna be a mercy kill. But we say all that to say okay, there's something big coming down the pipe. Going back to the top, to the beginning of this lesson, going into this amendment that's in the DOD. Now the priest got some information on it, and we're gonna kind of read into it a little bit, and you know, get some more precepts, man. You know, once again, we're here to warn and edify the flock, edify the elect, man.
If I can real quick before you get into that article, just to add to that, you know, because there's a term, ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
And when you go into the word bliss, it means perfect happiness, great joy. So ignorance is that ignorance represents them being perfectly happy, being in great joy.
Yeah.
But they're in the congregation of the dead.
Yeah.
So they're happily, joyously waiting to be destroyed.
Man, bro.
Basically, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell, man.
That's terrible.
And that's
terrible.
If I could add, that's what all these philosophies lead into, like feminism.
Yeah.
You know, it sounded sweet.
Yep.
It looked sweet, you know, for these women at the beginning stages of feminism, you know. But now they see like, I'm fucking through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I gotta go to World War III without a man, without any children.
Yep.
You know, so but that goes. So that's what all these philosophies lead into. Scripture says in Proverbs 16, there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is death.
Right.
You know. So yeah, ignorance is not bliss, man.
No.
Ignorance will have your ass destroyed.
Exactly.
The Lord can't use a man that don't know shit, man.
Right.
You know, so you gotta have it. This is why we, you know, what Scripture speak about the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, it's more than just even knowing things, because you got a lot of niggas in the world. They know that they're Israelites. You got even so-called antichrist, anti-Hamashiach, these modern Christians. They know about the MOTB. Some of them even speak about how it's the Charagma, okay, the micro C hill. But see, it's more than that. You see, ultimately, it's about, are you a part of the Lord's elect?
Right.
And are you singing that new song? And are you justified by the blood of Yahweh Shai? You know, you got something?
Come. So you're talking about the ignorance is bliss. This is Isaiah 60, starting verse 1. It says, arise and shine.
That's the spirit. We just read it. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
You run
Good.
that out. You run that out.
Rise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. Because what is that light? That's the truth. That's this word. And you mentioned like these things, the DOD and all these things that Esau is getting ready to bring out. One thing about the truth, that light is shining. So the Lord, that's that wisdom as well, through the truth. That wisdom and the light is shining to what? To reveal Esau, to reveal his plans, to open up things up to us that we can receive and we can put out through the Spirit. All right, because you got other people through this world that can say, you know, hey, we see this happening, but they not discerning it through the Spirit.
Right.
All right, so they cannot break it down properly. They just know something about the bad about to happen, but they don't really discern it like we do through the Spirit.
No.
2 Peter 3 and 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. And this is ultimately going to, you know, that first death, you know, during the time of the flood. But I just wanted to get that particular verse because in those times, during the time of Noah, okay, which Yahweh Shai said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. So they willingly made themselves ignorant. You see, they saw it. Because why? The Lord set up a new thing in the earth. He set up a strange sign and a wonder. You got this man that's building an ark, prophesying for approximately 120 years. It never rained, and he's prophesying of it.
Right.
But they willingly made themselves ignorant, just like in these times. The Lord has given Jake more than enough signs to see that America is not your fucking friend.
Man.
He's giving Jake more than enough signs to let you know that, listen, impending doom is going to come by the way these ICBM missiles. You got all these nations building these missiles. They're not just about to just put them off in the museum, tuck them away. But Jake is willingly making himself ignorant of these things. You know, willingly making himself ignorant of these of this doctrine, man. As it's been broken down millions of times from our apostles and from the men on down. The doctrine concerning everything, bro, like the charagma, the names. Like how many times we gotta go over the names?
Right.
You know, the great law. Jake's still tripping over that. Like you had Demon Hakah, you know, pull back some shit from a decade ago, you know, to try to, you know, make Jake stumble in these times. But at the end of the day, listen, man, if you're a part of the elect, you ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
You see? Even if you, like, there's nothing the elect can do to make themselves not of the elect, and there's nothing that the non-elect can do to make themselves of the elect.
Right.
Why? Because the Lord shows mercy whoever he want to show mercy unto. It's not of him that willeth nor of him that runneth, but the Most High that shows mercy, man. You know?
Hey, if I can pull this point, because you had mentioned that about the days of Noah and how they were told about this particular judgment that was take place. You know what I'm saying? And that knowledge was around. You know what I'm saying? Before even Noah even was preaching about it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because when you read right here in the Antiquity of the Jews, chapter 2, real quick, this is going into Adam, all right, and the sons of God through the lineage of Seth. All right, it says, let me see where I can start. It says all these prove to be a good disposition. It says they also inhabited the same country without dissensions in a happy condition, without any misfortunes falling upon them till they died. Like I said, it's going into Adam's lineage through Seth. It says they also were inventors of a peculiar sort of wisdom, which is concerned with heavenly bodies in their orders. We know that their way. You see, that was given unto Adam by Yahweh Shemel Shah. It says, and that their inventions might not be lost before they were known sufficient. It's like it says, and that their inventions might not be lost before they were known. It says, upon Adam's prediction that the world was to be destroyed at one time by the force of fire, and at another time by the violence and quantity of water. You see, so Adam knew. You see, so he passed that knowledge down through the sons of God through Seth. You see, that's how Noah knew. But so they heard it, bro. They just choose to ignore it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like just like Jake now in these times, oh man, what was you reading in 2 Peter, right?
Yeah, 2 Peter.
What they said the same thing.
Yep.
You see, since our fathers fell asleep, they was in the same mindset back then because they heard about that, man. Because we just read like Adam knew. And he passed that knowledge down, man. You see, these people just choose to ignore it, man. You know?
Where'd you read that from?
This is the Josephus, Antiquity of the Jews.
God.
Yep. So you got that article up?
Yeah. All right, so let's get into this article. This is real quick. This is from shtfplan.com. It says execution squad. Update to the DOD directive expands military authority to use lethal force against Americans. It says, with the elections only a few weeks away, the Department of Defense has given the U.S. military authority to assist in domestic law enforcement, including giving them the right to use lethal force against American citizens under certain circumstances.
If I can add, you see how Esau just slid this amendment, under there? Nobody's talking about it. The only people I've been hearing talk about it is a few people on, TikTok, but mainly the men of the Lord, of course. Particularly here at Great Millstone. You don't even hear these other camps talking about it. Even other camps that actually speak about Jacob's trouble, such as, Sakari, IGPK, they'll mention Jacob's trouble here and there, but they're not even mentioning this, man. Why? Because the Lord is showing who's the true watchman. Malachi, the 3rd chapter, then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, him that serveth the Most High and him that doesn't. That's what's happening right now. You see?
Yeah, they ain't concerned with the mission, man. No. You see, ultimately, at the end of the day, all right, we've been given duties that to fulfill being a watchman. You see, we've been sent out as soldiers in the army, all right, and these niggas went off on the side quest, man.
Right.
They didn't went off to you know what I'm saying? Now they pushing forth their agenda instead of sticking to the mission, man. That's why they not talking about what the Lord wants us to talk about, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You see? It ain't about fucking rapping, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with rapping. You know what I'm saying? But when you push that in the forefront of the ministry, nigga, you tripping. You see? That's how you know that they hold doctrine, all that shit, debating. That shit is, man, bro. That shit worldly, bro.
Yeah.
That shit worldly, man. You ain't worried about the mission, bro. You see?
Yeah, debating crap. That's just to make them money, man.
Yeah, that's all it is, bro.
That's why they have, like these long ass, sit downs. Like I'm really talking about, Genesis 2 now, but Sakari, like, every now and then Alazar used to be more diligent when it comes to like doing his videos and stuff, but like now he'll just do it maybe like twice a week, maybe 3, 3 times a week. But if you notice, like those videos be like fucking 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6, 7 hours. But why is that? But so he can get more of those super chats, you know, more of those donations, man. You know, he just, and you people don't see it, man.
Right.
These men are making merchandise of the Lord's flock, man. You see, and that's why Ezekiel 9:4 says what it says. Start here at the ancients. You know, the Lord's about to, bro, he's about to send out that angel, man, just start doing a number on Jake. Yeah, we know there's about to be a lot of shit that's going to hit this earth, you know, as a whole. But listen, man, the Lord, don't forget, 1 Peter 4:17, judgment's going to begin at the house of the Most High. So expect to see a lot of these other camps, man, a lot of deaths in these camps, man. You know, the Lord ain't playing around, bro. Like, we see how he gets down in the scriptures, man. Read the book of Jeremiah. See how the Lord, you know, worked through Jeremiah, had Jeremiah to curse out, the southern kingdom, man. Zedekiah, Jehoiachim, they didn't want to believe Jeremiah's report. So the Lord put their ass in slavery, man, underneath the Babylonians. You see why the Lord delivered Jeremiah out of those situations, out of the muddy pit. You see? And that's what the Lord's going to do for his prophets today in these times. You know, he's going to somehow, some way, he's going to lift up that standard. The men that's been faithful to the mission, like the preacher said, that's been true to the mission, that's been prophesying this doom and gloom. Well, the Lord's going to protect those men. Psalms 125, the rod of the wicked is not going to rest upon the lot of the just, man. See, that's what we expected.
You mentioned Jeremiah, you know, because when Jeremiah was born, you had like I said, among some people were found wicked men. All right, you had some people that they was basically pushing certain things, but not of the Lord. They didn't fear the Lord. Yet their followers didn't fear the Lord. And what the Lord said, and it was in Jeremiah 5 that they was revolting and rebellious children. And he said, you know, you fear not me, because like I say, first thing is fearing the Lord. That's when you have the beginning of wisdom.
Right.
But and you can liken that to today, because it's no fear in the Lord amongst just overall of Israel. You know, and I'm just including all Israel, the 2/3 and all. There's no fear. Look at these damn churches. All right, and then now you have people that know they're Israelites, that they're looking for what? Like you said, looking for filthy lucre's sake. I want to make money off of this. All right. And what did Yahushua do when they was up there in the temple, up there trying to make merchandise of the word?
Beat Jake and snap.
Beat them down. Whip, yeah.
I made that point, boy. You took it. That's all. You got it, bro.
Yeah, you bring it. That's what Jake setting up today. It's nothing new. It's nothing new under the sun. All right. The Lord got this door to revolve. It's constantly is repetition. But the thing is, those sins and that rebellion is reaching up to the heavens. All right. The Lord, like I said, it's a time where He said, well, you know what? Now He's starting to visit the earth. It says in the 2nd Ezra 9, around the third verse, it says there's going to be earthquakes and uproars of the people. All right, this is the Lord when He visited the earth, which He made. Now He's starting this to happen. He's even causing that, like what we brothers starting to read, going into how they're finna start setting up this. What is it like? They can, the military basically finna come out and police you.
Yeah.
This is actually gonna happen because what? They know the uproars of the people about to happen.
Shit, put their ass to death.
Put them to
They're
death.
lethal fools.
Yep.
Yeah, they're talking about, now they're talking about killing niggas, man.
If I may add too, you know, the scripture Ecclesiastes 3 talks about there's a time and a season for everything. The brothers talked about, you know, time of debating, and there was a time for that.
Yeah.
You know, but now we're in a time where, man, the clock is winding down. We're in that midnight hour, man. We're right before daybreak, right? And so this is what's getting ready to happen, man. Look, the Lord is about that action, ultimately, right? He dedicated a whole chapter, Joel 2, to ICBM missiles. A whole chapter he dedicated just to the destruction with ICBM missiles, man. He's about that action.
Yeah.
So as the priest getting ready to go into what the Lord is getting ready to bring forth right now, hey man, it's time to tighten up.
Yeah, and if I can also add just real quick, and another thing, as you know, this debate situation keeps coming up. That's another thing, like when Yahushua, you know, or the apostles, you know, like Paul, Peter, you know, all the apostles, when they were, you know, debating in the synagogues or in the common marketplaces, they weren't looking for the debates.
Right.
They came unto the other people. They came unto them.
Yep.
And oftentimes Yahweh Shai, he'll just like quickly cut him and he'll just leave.
Yep.
Or sometimes he just won't say nothing to him.
Right.
You know, he wasn't over there looking for the smoke.
Right.
You know, you got something called this fucking smoke room. We looking for the smoke. Shut the hell up, man. Like that's childish, bro.
Right.
You know?
We do it for salvation.
Yeah. That goes to show you, because Scripture says knowledge puffeth up. You know, Jacob's puffed up because I'm an Israelite. He could break this down, break that down, break down the 12 feathers. But bro, do you understand the mission though? Do you know what that new song is about? Can you sing the new song?
Nope.
Are you singing the new song?
Nope.
Part of that new song is fear, and you niggas ain't fearing the Lord, man.
Right.
That's it.
At the end of the day, because if
That's
you feared the Lord, you wouldn't be doing the shit you doing, bro.
That's it.
You know, slug it, bro.
You got that's it.
In Ecclesiastes 3, that which was then is now. The Lord finna step in and he finna overturn the changer's money table. In this time, you know, he finna turn that shit upside down, man. In these times, you know. So say, hey, do your thing, bro. You know.
All right. All right. Going back to the article, it says, while the elections only a few weeks away, the Department of Defense has given the U.S. military authority to assist in domestic law enforcement, including giving them the right to use lethal force against American citizens under certain circumstances. It's a development that has largely gone under the radar, despite its very significant implications. It says the DOD Directive 5.2.
That's those prescribed decrees. Isaiah the 10th chapter. You know, how Esau has already had these things really technically in the books. Really just him creating, you know, F to the E to the M to the A. That justified him doing anything he wanted to do. You know, you go into all those particular executive orders, you know, that can be, you know, and it will be implemented upon the calling out of a national emergency. All those executive orders takes away any so-called fucking right you think you had.
That's right.
The right to bear arms, the right to go here, the right to eat this, the right to grow this, the right to drive this. Okay, so you don't have any rights, man. Especially you Israelites, man. See, not even 100 years ago, your ass was getting hung. You see on these trees, man, on these light poles, man. Not even 100 years ago, man.
Yep.
You know, so what makes you think just because you have a job? I got a job, Steve. Because you got a job.
Steve.
Yeah.
Go to hell your job, Steve.
And you got a job and a car, and you're showing Esau you're a good slave because you got a good credit score. Now you think he cares about you, and he's listening to your opinion, and he'll put a high-end echelon in office because of what some nigga said.
Yeah. Jacob's a court gesture. You know, they want to get in front of Esau and dance and look what I can do. All right. But we looking for the kingdom. That's why he said you're not kingdom-minded. Bro, all these things that Esau is doing, he's doing it to laugh at you, joke at you, to show the Lord that look what they're doing. All right, that's why he said you'll surpass the wicked. All right, but now it's getting to a time now when these things really hit, and when they bring out this lethal force, you know one of the main targets is gonna be you niggas. All right, you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're gonna be targeting you definitely. Because they still had the perpetual hatred towards the nation of Israel. You got to keep that in mind.
God, I got something real quick. This is Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spoke as a dragon. Right, so that's going into the political sector of America, aka Babylon. Right, and as the priest is reading right here, that dragon goes into what? Draconian. Right, because they come in speaking peaceable, peace and safety. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. But once they get into office, right, they have to adhere to whatever that job title prescribes. All right, and there's things that they have to do within a certain amount of time when they sit in that seat. So as you see, as the brother's getting ready to read, this is going into the draconian measures because, hey, if Nero get in there, it's gonna be on and popping for sure.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, it's still gonna.
It's still gonna be on it. It's yeah.
It's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win for
a lose-lose situation for them.
Right. So as you know, all these politicians, these left, white, the same wicked ass bird coming there saying we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But now that they're in there and they're settled, and we're getting ready to come into this election, these are the draconian measures that are getting ready to take place, man.
Yeah.
And these are the people that y'all ultimately vote for. Go ahead.
Yeah, within 25 days of their election, we finna probably see something happen. Lord's
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Big things about the politics.
Yeah, so
Let's go.
Going back into that draconian laws, man. When this dude, all right, who is basically named after Like he would bring forth the most harshest of the harshest penalty for the most smallest crime. You see, yeah. So if you was still an apple, you would fucking get put to death. You know what I'm saying? Something for a capital crime. Now you get put to death for fucking eating an apple, taking an apple because you was hungry. You see, that's what these are particular laws that we getting ready to see, and this man is putting in place while you niggas are watching the Cowboys.
Yes.
While you niggas is going to concerts and you talking about trips and taking cruises and doing this and doing that. This man is sliding laws across the death while you niggas worried about P. Diddy, watching Club Shay Shay. I mean, who on Club Shay Shay? Warren Wayne's. While you watching all this shit, man, this nigga is bad. Which we watching shit too, but you know what I'm saying? We watching. Yeah, y'all niggas just watching that. Y'all ain't watching what this man is truly doing, man.
Right.
You see, he's getting ready to pass these laws. We read it. Yeah. He's passing laws where he's gonna be ready to just come and just put you and your family to death, unalive you, sloppy.
Yep.
You know.
I know you finished that. You brought up draconian law. I want to just get a little snippet of that.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
All right, this is just Google AI overview.
Oh boy.
It says draconian means something excessive, harsh, severe, and repressive. For example, you might describe a law that sentences someone to 10 years in prison for littering as draconian.
Damn.
Damn. You litter, you get 10 years. Yeah.
No parole.
The term comes from Draco, an Athenian legislator who lived in the 7th century BC. Draco's law code of law was intended to clarify existing laws. All right, so laws that they already exist.
I was gonna say real quick, because it's cold, because democracy also comes from Athens, Greece as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but ties back in what we just read in Revelation 13. You know, those two horns that go to that bipartisan system.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
You know, he had two horns like a lamb, but he spoke as a dragon. You know, so I just find that interesting. So in both places, in Athens, Greece, you had democracy came from there, and you had those harshest, punishments. You see, and it's all rebirth. Right here in Babylon the Great.
Gone.
Yeah.
Hey, read that part again.
Come. It says the term comes from Draco, an Athenian legislator who lived in the 7th century BC. Draco's written code of the law was intended to clarify existing laws.
Existing law. So, like I said, it was already there, right?
Yep.
Going back to the article, the DOD directive 524001 is not new.
Ooh.
But it's just, but it did just get an update last month. That is rather convenient for those in charge.
Man,
It's not new.
Which this is shitting on the Constitution, man.
Man.
All these new so-called quote unquote new amendments and things and such, to the DOD, the UN Pact for the Future. Esau's already pushed aside the Bill of Rights and the Constitution.
Yep.
Because that's really what's in his way.
That's in his way.
Of the end to the WTO. You see, but we're about to see that just as he didn't keep his covenant with the Native Americans, he didn't keep his covenant with any nation. Okay, he's not going to keep his own covenants that he made, man.
Yep. Yep.
So bye-bye Constitution.
Yep.
See?
The man is saying it. It says going back. Is some more to that?
Yes, a little more.
Go ahead.
It says Draco's written code of law was intended to clarify existing laws, but it was known of being especially harsh. For example, the code allowed for the death penalty for even minor offenses, and failure to pay off debt resulted in slavery.
Man.
Damn.
But yet the Lord is too oppressive.
Right.
He's too much of a tyrant. You see? Man, you people should be crying for Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. We talking about you Israelites, man. You should hope that this is the right thing.
Right.
That this is that this is going to come to pass, which we know it is. But if it's not true, like Elder Yahshua said, everybody's through. Well, the scriptures say that. As a matter of fact, Paul says that. 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter. He says, if Yahweh Shai has not been risen, well, we should be most pitied of all men. For we are most miserable out of all men if Yahweh Shai is not risen.
Through.
See? We're through.
Through.
But we know that that's not the case, man. Yahweh Shai conquered the grave. Okay? He sent down his Holy Spirit upon his little brothers, the elect. Okay? To pretty much be that down payment. And he gonna come get us, man. While he destroys the wicked.
And you're witnessing that with this great awakening, man. Going all the way back to, Abba Bivens on into, up to Apostle Taharan and our apostles, on into, all of these brothers all over this planet Earth waking up and coming into this thing, man. This is a miracle happening right before these people's eyes. And they don't understand what they're viewing, what they're experiencing, witnessing, man. You know, this is powerful, man. This is a miracle.
It's the talking point now. It's ultimately the talk. The Bible, you know, the Israelite. It's the talking point now.
Yeah.
But people sound so stupid when they talk about it.
I know,
Like,
but it's being talked about.
Yeah,
That's
like,
the point.
Like it says in 2 Corinthians 14th chapter, he says, you know, after 40 days, write and publish this, Ezra, for the worthy and unworthy shall read out of it. You know, so a lot of people that's reading the scriptures, they're unworthy, and they're going back to their church or to their barbershop, you know, to the locker room, you know, and talking about it, but they bugged out.
Right.
You know, this is that snare. The Lord made, you know, Jake's table a snare and an offensive to them, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's too late now, man, for a lot of you people, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's too late. A lot of you, you know, fucked up, you know, situation between, you know, man. You through.
Through, bro.
Like, I'm really thinking about like some of these women, man. You know, that had been in the Lord and they fumbled.
Right.
You know.
Done.
So everybody, so the best thing right now is just to shut the hell up. Okay, let the prophets preach, which they're going to do regardless, and just believe the report. If the Lord put that upon your spirit to do so, man.
That's it.
You know, that's where the safety is at. Is being meek, being lowly. Learn about that instead of doing all this debate. How about teaching about the fruits of the spirit? Humble, meekness, lowliness of mind, forbearing one another, things of that nature. That's what Yahweh Shema Shah is looking at. Being a brother, man.
Right.
See, giving alms, charity, that's what is going to get you delivered out of Babylon. You see? Not because you know all these things. You see? Our apostles give us stories all the time of men that they came to the truth with, that they had all these, you know, illustrious breakdowns. They could break down this, they could break down that. But what are you at now?
Right.
You see? So, yeah.
Yeah, man, nigga talking about, remember when they broke in the nigga car and took the fucking cameras? We can't go live.
Yeah.
You recording from a phone though now. We can't go live now, y'all.
Wow.
Nigga, if
Going
you
live
was really
still.
about to work, nigga, ain't stopping nothing, bro.
Ain't stopping nothing.
That lets you know, bro. You know? But let's, brother ain't got nothing. Go back to this article for time's sake, bro. All right, going back, it says the DOD Directive 524001 is not new, but it did just get an update last month that is rather convenient for those in charge and deeply upsetting to those who value their constitutional rights. It expands the list of circumstances in which the DOD is allowed to use deadly force while helping civilian law enforcement, potentially paving the way for using such force under a vogue definition of national security conditions.
Yeah, because also the law enforcement, they've had this thing called a mass exodus. You know, a lot of, even out here in Dallas, Fort Worth area, Arlington area, you know, they're short staffed. They're firemen, they're policemen, super short staffed. A lot of policemen just, you know, they quit.
Right.
You know, they gave in their notice and they quit, man. So Esau is looking at, he's expecting, you know, and he's ushering in all out chaos to hit, civil war. Okay, so he knows that it's not enough, officers out there, you know, to pretty much, you know, control this shit.
Right.
You know, so he's gonna send out the military, man, to pretty much, you know, militarize everything. As a matter of fact, the beloved brother Assad, you know, put a video in the chat. He was driving the other day, and he had crossed the train tracks. Yeah, he saw a whole bunch of, you know, MRAP vehicles, tanks, and right out here, you know, and we see it often. You know, on my way to the crib, you know, it passed by this major train track outside the highway, and all the time I see, you know, military, you know, vehicles, you know, being shipped to and there. So where do you think they taking these vehicles, man? Right. Yeah, they taking some over there to Israel, but a lot of them they keeping it right here at home, man.
Yeah, they already got certain points, and that's why they shipping these vehicles to particular places in the United States, because that's where they're gonna be. That's where their holds are gonna be.
Yep.
They're gonna round people ass up.
Yep.
You know.
And it's gonna be super easy, especially in you Israelites neighborhoods, you know, because when you look at a neighborhood from an aerial point of view, you know, it's literally like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a grid.
Yeah.
It's a grid. So all they gotta do is just set up
They know
a tank on that corner, tank on this corner. They ain't gotta set up 4 tanks. Just a tank on the northeast perimeter and the tank on the southwest perimeter. They got your ass squared in, man. Where you going? They got drones, you know.
Hey,
You know, when they first created that, they had that in mind. When they created
Yep,
like
exactly.
blocks and all that, they created, okay, whenever there's got to be some uproar or something, this is how we gonna be able to block things off.
Yep. And just, I'm gonna go to the woods.
Chill out,
Okay,
man.
but try that.
Yeah.
You dealing with the cunning hunter. There's nowhere you can go, bro.
Nowhere.
You need the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's
Just
it,
man.
Lord bless
You know?
that man.
And you can, hey, if y'all noticing them like particular street lights are purple.
Mm.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you notice that shit?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, like all the regular, the street lights be regular. Then there's just one purple one.
Yep.
And this shit is set
You
up
know what that
all
is.
throughout. Bro, that's for a fucking purpose, bro.
Yep.
That's a purpose why this nigga's doing that, man.
Yep.
Right.
You see, it's to let whoever get these orders know. Look, this is this is this and this is that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, bro, this nigga is he don't do shit for no reason, bro.
No.
Everything he does it's a strategy. You know what I'm saying to it. You know.
Yeah, like the other one, like to bring out this guy, I guess, on the internet. He brought out when things like the uproars, when things really ramp up, you got like how many hours? I don't know, was it 8 to 20 hours or something to get out the city?
It's 12 hours.
12 hours to get out. If not, it's already gonna be set up.
You're
So
through.
you got to think that's a half a day.
You through.
You through.
You through.
You got to get up, and that's why when we say like the woman or something, because women be comfortable in their home. They're like, we may just wait it out here because this is your home. But no, the spirit gonna get on you like you got to get up and go. You just got to get up and go. That's when you got to really be a pilgrim upon earth.
So let's continue on. It says although directive issues by the DOD tend to pertain to internal policies, in this case, the ramifications could affect every American. It says, and potentially even infringe on their constitutional rights under certain circumstances. This new iteration replaces the 2016 version of the directive, which was largely concerned with collecting intelligence and protecting civilian liberties.
Mm-hmm.
In this updated version, lethal force can be used where there are imminent threats, as long as it follows proper legal framework and gains approval from the Secretary of Defense.
I got one for you. Because it said framework, right? Psalm 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like when you frame a house. It's pretty. You set up the 2x4s, the planks of wood, the scaffolding, and so on and so forth. You're building that skeleton. You see, and that's basically what Esau has done. In his house, the house of Edom, they set up that skeleton system in the form of his framers, and that's spirit. Because even like the forefathers, so-called, Esau's founding fathers, they were known as the nation's framers. The ones that wrote the Bill of Rights, the amendments, so on and so forth, the Constitution. They were the framers to pretty much set up his house the way he wanted, man. Set up his house line, his household rules. So yeah, Esau got this thing framed, man, through his laws. Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter says, for what? For the law of liberty is their justice, man. You see, so they pretty much justify themselves through their laws and legislations, man. So when they bring down the hammer, they're gonna say, well, it's law.
Right.
How come you didn't know about it? We made it readily accessible for the public to view it. You should have known about it. We got it on your internet. We had these niggers on TikTok and telling you. That's what you gonna say.
Yeah, that's cool. Heavy you say that too, because as you brothers know, they talk about how the framers of America actually took all of their ideologies from ancient Rome. Mm-hmm. Right? So going back in what Scripture talks about, man, this is the image of the beast, the first beast, all over again. So yeah, this is just an extension. Esau's trying to finish off what he started with the first beast, man, but with technology now. You see? You got it.
All right, going back, it says perhaps one of the most worrying aspects of the update, it says, is its proximity to the elections. Mm-hmm. With Americans headed to the polls in just 6 weeks, concern about election integrity are ramping up, and history has shown us that these concerns are more than justified. I'm gonna read this quote because I got a picture. It's from Lysander Spooner.
Yeah, and then you got also Nada Jew, the little cat president. He said that they want to, pretty much send forth the retaliation strike against Iran before the presidential elections here in the United States.
Yeah, if anything happens where it's like a how you want to say it, basically, if America kind of interact with some type of military confrontation or something like that, see that that can be suspended of having the presidency or the presidential election.
Yep.
So whoever resides in the office has to remain there until that is resolved.
Yep.
That also brings up roles of the people because you have these Trump supporters, you know, these good old boys and all that. They're gonna probably Lord put the spirit on them to go all in because they already prepared for uproar.
And the stage is set.
The stage is set.
Stage is set. Everything is ready.
Like, you don't know who's gonna win, you know, but you know.
Y'all was shot.
Yeah, I was shot. Yeah, so the Lord's setting it up where, like you say, no matter which play, you can run to the left, run to the right, you're gonna still fall into that ditch.
Yep.
That ditch is gonna be riots, wars, uproars of the people, sedition among men as it goes into second Esdras. All right, so the second Esdras 15, second Esdras 16 is getting ready to play out.
It don't matter who's in office, man. You know, it's about the prophecies, and in the prophecies, these things are gonna happen. So, who dictates? Y'all about you never shot, man.
Man.
It says many wonder if the adjustments of this directive were made with potential civil unrest surrounding any voters' manipulation in mind, and whether it could result in military intervention. Intervention should something happen with the elections that upsets the masses. It says those who question pandemic origins and jab efficiencies are now considered domestic teas.
Wow. Damn.
Say that again.
Those who question pandemic origins and jab efficiency are now considered domestic teas.
Those who question.
Yeah,
Question it.
You can't question the image.
Yeah, you know what that's. You know who they talking about. He's speaking in code. You know who he talking about.
Yep.
Ultimately.
That's freedom of speech as well.
Yep.
You know, and let you know the Constitution is basically out the door. All right.
That's what Esau's holding on to, though, man.
Yeah.
This is not constitutional, and that alone is gonna get these motherfuckers on up.
You know, but that's gonna bring forth that lethal, what they call it, the lethal
Force.
force. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, no Constitution is right. Pop. You know, this is your right. You know, 'cause you got to think this is gonna bring forth other, not just Americans in the land of Babylon. It's gonna bring forth like NATO troops.
Yeah.
This is gonna have. So everything is all out the door then. It's like, it's that draconian law really gonna kick in. It's their way or no way. And if it's not their way, they're looking to put you to death.
Yeah. Because Esau's main thing that he wants, changed is his economic infrastructure.
Yep.
Which, when you look at the history, of wars, what usually happened after wars, man? Of course, you have change of empires, change of rulership, but the change of currency.
Yeah.
So in order we've been knowing that this nigga want everything completely digitized and ultimately, like charagma and the mark in the forehead. Well, in order for him to get that, blood got to be running in the streets, man.
Yeah.
So you got to be a damn fool if you think this shit is gonna last forever. Esau cool with the way things are. The elites, they don't like this shit right now. They don't like niggas having fiat currency in their pockets, man.
Yeah.
They want to have control over what you got, what you eating, how many times you flush your toilet,
Yeah.
how many times you breathe in a day.
How you feeling?
Yeah, how you feel. They want the elites, when scripture, when the Lord said he gave this man the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven, he meant that. Like Esau, he wants all of that, man. He wanted Revelation 18 chapter, and found in the midst of her is the souls of men. Esau wants your soul, man.
All right, so going back.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna read this again. It says, those who question pandemic origins and jab efficacy, that's what you're slacking. Efficacy.
Got it.
Now, efficacy.
Oh, okay.
Efficacy means it says the ability to produce a desired or intended result. All right, it says jab efficacy are now considered domestic teas. There is also the fact that the
That's cool though. If I can add, that's like how you gonna categorize somebody? That's the accuser. How you gonna accuse or categorize somebody as being a terrorist just for simply having a question like, are you sure that this is gonna help me if I get this pokey poke? Like, oh, you're a terrorist. You see? Like, damn. I'm just asking the question, bro. You know? So once again, if anything that questions the beast system and how the fashion world is ran and operated, you are the problem.
Yep.
Hey, say it. Because hey, you don't want to worship this image. That's going to be put to death. He put these laws in place for that prophecy in Revelation 13 to be fulfilled, man.
Hey, can I grab a quick precept real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
This Second Thessalonians 2:2-4. Who upholdeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he, as Yahweh Shem Yahushua, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, showing himself that he is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So just as the priest talked about, this man has a God complex, man. This man wants to be the Most High, man. Know what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you want to do, your emotions, control of whatever you spin, wherever you go, surveillance, everything. This is what this is. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And you can see it in his characteristics, in the things that he does. The Lord is showing you who this man is, man. But you got it.
And a lot of these fire squads going to be AI robots too.
Yep.
You know, I mean, they already got some on the police force, the task force. You know, the SWAT teams. You know, they got little robots that'll go up to the house with, and it's completely heavy. Weaponized. It's got a damn, grenade in one hand. It got a, pistol in the other hand. Like, bro. So Esau gonna be sending out these little robots. Those flame throwing dogs. Remember that? A few months ago, Esau got these flame throw. You about to use all this, man.
And bro, them dogs can just run up in your house and just self-destruct. Just blow up in your house and fuck your whole shit up. Ain't no getting around that.
Shit, man. Basically, Esau is saying his word, not the Most High's word, is absolute.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, what I said is it. It's set in stone, nigga. It's like because the Most High's word is really absolute. You see?
Yeah.
But now Esau saying, nah, mine is. And now he's sending up these laws to where if you ain't getting down, if your opinion ain't matching mine, then we gonna kill you.
Get off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Get off. Yeah.
Get off.
Get off.
There you go, brother.
You wasn't playing, bro.
Yeah, that's
You're not gonna stop me from being a guy. You can get off. Right.
Yeah.
You invent that.
Yeah, straight up. It says there is also the fact that the Department of Homeland Security has recently broadened its definition of domestic terrorism.
That's that framework. Like, when you build a house, like in order to renovate it or remodel it, you gotta knock out some walls to broaden some other walls. So how's he broadening the definition? By new laws, new legislations.
It says with the list of potential threats now including individuals who question election integrity as well as jab effect. Man, how do I say that word? Efficacy, yeah, the water. Yeah. Jab efficacy in the origins of the pandemic. So what is that? Basically what they call conspiracy theories. You see? So if you so-called a conspiracy theorist, you're gonna be deemed a domestic T.
Right.
You see? You're gonna be seen as dangerous as Osama bin Laden. These niggas gonna kick your door in and drag your ass out. Like the whole SWAT team. People, your neighbors outside, a whole block full of, you know what I'm saying? Undercover, you know what I mean? SWAT team, you don't know. Everybody else outside looking, they about to kick your door in, man.
Hey, remember that video that was circulating a few months ago? It was early this summer, with that one Israeli woman inside her home, and she had like 2 Israeli police come to her front door and knock and say, pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much we've been tracking your internet, traffic. We track you to your, this is you. Right, you've been viewing this content, so and they're like, all right, we finna lock you up. So girl, she started crying her ass off, man. You see, and that's coming here.
Yeah.
Hey, some cases already, like look, you can't even call yourself an Israelite, like Kanye, Kyrie, all these niggas. Even though these niggas ain't right, but it just goes to show you like the type of draconian measures Esau sent them. Kanye called himself an Israelite. Now this nigga went from a billionaire to, nothing now.
Put your chain back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, it says, in other words, natural health advocates who question the safety of the seed to the 1 to the 9 jabs or future interventions created for other health emergencies could find themselves subject to potentially lethal force intervention on the presence of protected national security due to the classification as potential domestic extremists.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we read articles like this, but yet you have some simple niggas listening like, oh, no, he's not. No, this is just an article. You can't believe that. He's not this evil.
Bro.
You know, I believe he's done some evil. He's not this. Well, let me read this.
Fox and say it.
Yeah.
Nigga, Fox, exactly. Nigga, listen what you saying, Fox.
Right.
Nigga, Fox is known for what? To be a trickster.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah. He might not get you right then and there, but tarry and wait for it. It should. Eventually, it's gonna come. It's gonna happen. You know what? Because when you least suspect it, next thing you know, bow, it's got you.
Psalm 64 and 5, they encourage themselves. When you go to that word encourage in the Hebrew, it goes into being hardened. So Esau, every day, he's hardening himself even more. It says, in the evil matter, they commune of laying snares privily. It says, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. See? So yeah, man, this devil, okay, every day when you sleep, this nigga is up, you know, in a think tank, man, just thinking like, damn, how can we, you know, pretty much make a lot of these people even more worse, man? How can we, you know, get a regrip upon our global dominance hegemony, man?
Yeah.
And see, that's what they really want. You see, they're trying to, you know, free themselves from the slavery of the Most High and obtain and keep this blessing that they have. They want to continue to have the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven, except they just want it in a technological sense right now. And this whole AI shit, you know, me and the beloved brothers did video last night. This whole AI, this is Esau just summoning up demons, man. You know, this Chat GPT, bro, that shit is just an electronic Ouija board, bro.
You're right.
You know?
Ooh, that's heavy.
Quick one. This is on Proverbs 6 and start at verse 12 in the NLT. It says, what are worthless and wicked people like? They are constant liars, signaling their deceit with a wink of the eye, a nudge of the foot, or the wiggle of fingers. Their perverted heart plot evil, and they constantly stir up trouble. And that's what Esau do. He's constantly, that's the order of KO. Why? Because he can implement certain things upon the masses of the people. All right? So all these things that's about to happen, he's setting up for, he can bring forth this DOD. All right? Esau, he's a liar, and he's he's the father of it. You know, he's going to constantly put out certain things to what? To perform his enterprise. But the Lord said the elect in 2 Ezra 2, 2 Corinthians 2, around 11 verse, that we're not ignorant of the devices because we're calling it out. This is like, what we're doing is like being watchmen, right? And we're bringing it to the forefront, all right? Through the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Hey, you had made that point about like a Ouija board, even like with a crystal ball.
It was heavy.
You would watch old movies, they would have the chick, she would ask the crystal ball certain things, and it would show her. Yeah, that's what they doing with these fucking. That's how Chat GPT.
Yep.
You would ask the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's showing. It's telling them. You see? So man, this shit is like the brother said. Man, this shit. This nigga heart is deep, bro. You know.
I got
It
you.
says.
Well, I just want to ask something real quick, Bible Shop, if I can.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs 4 and 14. The point is in 16. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. And that's what ultimately what the men of the Lord are telling Jay. All right? Because that's that wide path that leadeth unto destruction. This is avoid it, pass not by it. Turn from it. Scripture talks about that in Proverbs, first chapter, right? Talking about turn from you, all right, at his reproof, all right, ultimately, and that's what the men of the Lord have been set up to do. All right, but here's the point. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause someone to fail or to fall. And that's what this damn devil has done, all right? As the priest talked about, this man gets no rest unless there's destruction, unless there's death, unless there's blood, all right? So the Lord created the perfect adversary, man, and the spirit that's contrary to him, man. But you have to understand that. But you got it.
All right, going back to this article just a little bit more. It says there is a lot of ways this could impact American civil liberties. With a new definition of national security threats cause some people to be targeted because of their political beliefs. Could the higher degree of military involvement in the collecting of domestic intelligence violate Americans' privacy? Might the expanded authority granted by the new directive affect our rights to carry our legitimate protest? what impact could it have on civilians' oversight of the military? There are a lot of questions about this huge legal shift seen in the directive and what it may mean for Americans. Unfortunately, we probably won't get answers to them from them, Salaki. Yeah, we probably won't get answers to them because this directive update has not been covered by the mainstream media, and the public is mostly unaware that the Americans are slowly losing some of their individual rights in favor of national security.
Yep.
In the article.
I got one real quick to follow what the brothers just brought out too, which falls into all of this as well. This is Micah chapter 2, and I'm gonna read it in the NLT after I'm gonna read the KJV, then I'm reading the NLT. It's Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands." I'm gonna read that in the NLT because it kind of breaks it down, you know. In the NLT, Micah 2:1 in the NLT, it says, "What sorrows await you who lie awake at night thinking of evil plans? You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out simply because you have the power to do so." You know, of course, the earth's been given into the hand of the wicked. These devils are in power, man. You know, they got Jake working from dusk to dawn. You know what I'm saying? Jake don't even have time to rear his own children. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga has time all day long to just think up evil plans. But he lies awake at night, can't even sleep because he's trying to figure out how to wreck Jake. You know, continue to wreck Jake. You know, what can we do tomorrow to F them up? You know what I'm saying? You know, can't even rest because that's a real current thought in his mind, and he's trying to come up with something. You know what I'm saying? So he lie awake at night thinking of evil plans. You rise at dawn to hurry and carry them out, man. So what if he comes? I know what we can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he gonna reach out to his little his think tank or whatever, out to his little cronies, you know, and then they gonna put that crap into effect, man. You know what I'm saying? To jack Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And it says simply because you have the power to do so. The earth is in his hands. You know, this nigga can move. You can't tell this nigga what he can and can't do.
Right.
Go to that nigga and tell him, hey, you can't do that.
Man.
And see what's gonna happen to your ass. Oh yeah, nigga. You know, you come up disappeared on them. What happened to, you know, where's he at? I didn't see him in there. Exactly. You don't know where that nigga is, do you?
Like all them jakes that get, I was like,
No, you got it.
I was gonna say like all them jakes that get pulled over by the cops.
Right.
I know my rights. You can't do this to me. Pow!
Disappeared.
Jay called 3/5 of a human being, but he know his rights.
Yeah, throw that nigga in a river somewhere, man.
Exactly.
Through.
You know? So that's what's going on. I got one more real quick. Let me get this one real quick too. And then y'all got it, man. This is Revelation chapter 12. Y'all know where to go to. And verse 12. Revelation 12 and 12.
Good, brother.
God, that's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, Esau," we know what the devil is. There ain't no red dude in a suit in the center of the earth, man. You know? It's these niggas. It says, "For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." That's why this nigga is going hard with all this crap. You know, hey, you can see he leveling up, man. You know what I'm saying? You got AI, you got even the DOD. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all this stuff is real, you know, and it's happening in real time. These things, he's gonna bring these things to fruition, man.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, they're written, man. It's all prophecies being playing out, man. You know what I'm saying? Which Yahweh Shai is the spirit of, pursuant to Revelation 19 chapter, man. You know, so we're in some beautiful times, gonna see some beautiful things. Well, you know, us of the hopeful elect, we gonna see it as beautiful, beautiful things, man. You know, of course, these people in the world, 2/3 of Jake is gonna see it as horrific.
Right.
Did you hear them? He said it was beautiful. He said it was beautiful. Exactly. We're in some beautiful times and beautiful things that happen on the earth, man. You know
Kingdoms
what I'm
around the
saying?
corners, brothers.
That's right, bro. So, hey, Lord willing, soon, man. You know,
If I may add here, I did this a while back, and I see they're putting it into play. This is a U.S. Justice Department amends for the federal execution, and this comes to mind in 2 Ezra 15 chapter, 2 Ezra 16 chapter, because this is what they're going to be. This goes hand in hand with what the priest brought up this article. And it says the U.S. Justice Department amends federal execution rules to allow the death by hanging, guillotine, electric chair, gas chamber, and firing squad in these Zima cramps. Says the amended rule was entered into the Federal Register, permitting the government greater flexibility to carry out capital punishment by using any method prescribed by the law in the state in which the sentence was imposed. So say you North Carolina or New York, they have specific ordinances that, that they can hand down as far as punishment for whatever it is that you speaking out against the system, whatever it is, right? It goes on to say, while lethal injection remains the most common means of execution and previously the only one permitted under the federal regulations, the new rule will accommodate states that will allow alternative methods, including death by electrocution, nitrogen gas, hangings, and firing squad. So that's second Ezra 15, second Ezra 16. These are the times we're coming into. This man, the Lord talks about how the Lord, he's given the sword into the hand of the slayer. It's sharpened, it's furbished, it's ready, roughly paraphrasing. And this man's going to make a sword slaughter, man.
So yeah, man. So I'm Baratazad, you Akim and Aqua, we're edified, and especially warned. You've been warned. But until next time, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to give double honors to our beloved apostle, Elder Great Millstone, will walk up above. Shalom.
Shalom.